I'm Hillary Hoffman, Hoffman. I'm president of the Greenfield Town Council, and I'm counselor for Precinct 6, which actually includes the area that we're in right now tonight. Thank you. The Greenfield Town Council, joining 65 communities across the state, resolved to oppose the Northeast Energy Direct project. The overwhelming majority of councilors who supported this resolution felt that Kinder Morgan's proposed pipeline is not the right approach to meeting our community's energy needs. We also voted to join as a coalition member of the Pipeline Awareness Network for the Northeast to support Plan's right to review the agreement between Berkshire Gas and the pipeline providers, along with any supporting materials. Our communities and the coalition are major stakeholders in this development, and as such, we have every right to be full participants in this proceeding. I find it disturbing that anyone would challenge the right of property owners, community members, utility customers, and taxpayers to participate in a fair and open process, as we bear the risk, burden, and ultimately the expense. Yet instead, some of the rhetoric aimed at residents has implied that we are the enemy. Those questioning the need for this project and expressing concern about its impact have been called eco-terrorists by the utility. Our region was referred to as North Korea by a Kinder Morgan representative. To me, this language is not only appalling and inappropriate, it's very revealing. The developer and the utility would like nothing more than to see our communities cut from this process, our voices diminished, so that they can move forward unchallenged. Residents organizing and speaking up is thought to be threatening or even criminal from their perspective. But if you're taking our tax dollars and we're paying our energy bills, then you work for us. And here's what many of us want. We want Berkshire Gas to pursue alternatives, not issue ultimatums and surprise moratoriums. We want the DPU to require companies like Berkshire Gas to do a better job on energy efficiency and fixing their leaks before they consider participating in expansion projects. We want Berkshire Gas to consider smaller scale, efficient, targeted changes to its system if expansion is justified. We want the DPU to prioritize energy solutions that minimize expansion of fossil fuel infrastructure. This project isn't just a pipeline with immediate environmental impacts from construction. It involves massive compressor stations, and it would create a wide industrial corridor across our state, even though we already have a dedicated gas pipeline corridor across the southern part of our not very large state. We want to preserve the character of Franklin County and surrounding region, and we want to work towards the state's climate goals without disrupting thousands of people's lives. And let's remember that there's no guarantee that the pipeline will save us money on our utility bills. We rely on Berkshire Gas because our options for providers are limited. We rely on regulators like you to make sure companies like Berkshire Gas act in the public interest. We want you, the DPU, to deny this agreement. It goes against the public interest. Thank you.
I'm Katie Eiseman, E-I-S-E-M-A-N, President of the Pipeline Awareness Network for the Northeast, or PLAN. Our petition to intervene in this proceeding was denied. Our appeal to the full commission is still pending, and I'd like to mention a few relevant facts. Chairman O'Connor, your hearing officer denied our joint petition with Representative Kulik on the grounds that we and our members and constituents are not substantially and specifically affected by this proceeding, and said that the Attorney General can adequately represent the interests of our members who are ratepayers. First, please note that our coalition continues to grow, and hundreds of our members are watching the actions of your agency closely with the expectation, or at least the faint hope, that your public interest analysis will take into account the interests of the public. The people have watched, these people have watched or participated in our member organizations and town governments over the past 16 months as we have developed expertise in the NED proposal, studied Berkshire Gas and its planning failures, and tracked the companies as they've led various campaigns to disparage our supporters and deflect the truth that we reveal about the pipeline plan. We and all of our members, as ratepayers, landowners, municipalities, legislators, and constituents, are substantially and specifically affected. The DPU's denial of our petition to intervene in this and the companion cases is inconsistent with the facts and the law. Berkshire Gas has gone so far as to say that any expert testimony we might submit would cause unfair prejudice to them, when all we did was reserve our right to file expert testimony with the hope that we'd be allowed to present information to help in the department's consideration of this matter. Meanwhile, the gas companies have so far not agreed to enter into confidentiality agreements with our attorney so that we can gain access to the material that is at the very heart of this proceeding to examine whether this contract meets the department's standards for approval. Thus, the one right of any meaning that we have been granted as limited participants, the right to file a brief, has been further limited. As for the ability of the Attorney General to represent our interests, the AG's office apparently did not have enough time to file expert testimony in any of these cases. The AG's office had made no claim that they are representing the interests of our ratepayer members. In light of how this has all played out to date, and as further detailed in our appeals, our petitions to intervene should be granted.